All right, everybody, now we want to welcome to the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell, actor and stuntman James Jude Courtney. Hello and welcome to the show.
So stoked to be here, guys. Good to see you.
Absolutely. So let me introduce you first, starting off with my cool, outrageous man about town co-host, Mr. Ron Russell.
If you come to my house to terrorize me, I have a gun.
Doesn't matter.
And I'll make sure that you're dead. You're not coming back again. How come you keep coming back in every movie? Don't you ever die, goddammit?
No, why would I? Come on, man.
That's hilarious.
How many times have you been your character?
I'm about to do it the third time. So I did 2018 Halloween Kills, which was just recently released. And I'm leaving literally tomorrow to go shoot Halloween Ends.
I'm so happy we got
You're
you
doing
right
another
before
one?
that.
You're doing another Halloween?
Yeah, Halloween Ends is the next one.
Wow.
So hold on. Before
you know
we
what?
Get wait.
Usually by a sequel, they stink. Yours keep getting better and better. I've never heard of Halloween. What do you got? 5 of them now?
No, 3.
No, how many have you got?
Total?
Total, all of them. Without
you're getting the number 11, maybe?
I think there's 11. Yeah.
Whoever heard of 11 series making money?
Hold on. Before we go, we have a chat room full of people, so please say hi to everybody in the chat room.
What's up, guys?
And then we have a big, huge horror fan. She's been sending me all kinds of messages. Her name is Dawn. She lives in I forgot where she lives. Anywhere, wherever. Just say hi to Dawn. She'll love it. There you go. So
that's Astro, our little boy.
Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. Yeah, this is Astro. He's one of our 3 little dogs.
Say hello to one of the most evil men on screen. He's wicked. He's terrible.
So you guys listen up.
Man.
You can follow James on Instagram. He's at James Jude Courtney, just spelled just the way it is on the actual screen, so you can do it. Before we start talking about Halloween, I want to talk a little bit about your career, because I didn't really realize you've had a huge career. I mean, you were in Far and Away with Nicole Kidman and Tom Cruise, and that was a long ass time ago. So you've been actually doing this for a long time. Did you start out in stunts, or how did you get started in the whole business in the first place?
No, I started as an actor. My naive mind after college was I would roll out to Hollywood within 4 years. I'd be a massive star, and I'd be telling the studios what to do.
Oh, you went to the same fortune teller that I did.
Well, no, but it was Ron Ray, who was one of the old school actors from back in the 50s and 60s. He was a lecturer and a coach at the Royal Academy of Dramatic Art. I did a play with him, Requiem for a Heavyweight, right before it went to
I know that
one
film.
night.
Yeah, it's a good film.
He got me an audition for the
was a film.
Conan.
Requiem for a Heavyweight was a film.
Oh, was it a film or a play?
It was a play. No, it was a live play.
It was never a film.
But it was written for television. Rod Serling wrote it for television. Yeah.
But I've seen that in film.
I think you're right. Yeah.
It wasn't. I know it by film. I don't remember who was in it, but it was one of those wonderful method actors who was in it. I forgot which one.
I'll say, go ahead. I'm sorry, we interrupted.
Oh, no, that's all right. So he's the one who got me the audition for The Adventures of Conan, which was a live show at Universal Studios tour, and I just intended to act, but I've been doing martial arts in 7th grade. I'm an athlete, so doing weapons and high falls and all that kind of stuff just kind of came natural, and that's why. And having those skills, those physical skills, has really helped me being able to do both.
How tall are you?
6'3".
Yeah, so you're already a big ass dude.
And they put those big shoes on him to make him even right. You have platform shoes, don't you?
No.
Oh,
no.
You're not wearing platform?
No, they just hire short people.
No, you know what they do when the camera shoots you, the camera's low. It shoots up.
That's what gets my cheekbones.
It makes you look taller and far more scarier when you keep walking. Yeah, you're scary. Now listen, what's it like working with Jamie Lee?
She is a poster child for an empowered woman. She is one of the most beautiful human beings I've ever known. She's so smart and so talented and so dedicated. Her self-deprecating humor does not suffer fools gladly. I hope you guys get to meet her at some point. She's amazing.
Well, I was best friends with her father for many, many years.
Oh, wow.
Oh, Tony and I were good friends. And sad how his relationship with her never happened. It was sad because Tony was a good guy. He was just a little nuts. But other than that,
Ron had a TV show for many years
yeah,
called Set the Record Straight. First of all, Ron's older than he looks.
yeah, I'm 81
He's
and a
81.
half.
Oh
So
man, you don't look a
so
day over 90.
Yeah, that's what I thought this morning when I woke up. You
so
got
he
that
was
right.
best friends with Jane Russell, and he
Yeah.
had Jane Russell and Tab
Wow.
Hunter and all the like. He was friends with
All the
like
old
Betty
bags.
Davis, all the
Yeah.
old people.
Well,
Wow.
I'm old Hollywood.
That's
And
awesome,
Tony
man.
was like one of my daughter Leslie loved him. He was one of our favorite friends. Tony was funny and honest and open. I guess Jamie got a lot of that from him.
Clearly.
Yeah.
As I understand it, and she said that she's got a lot of both of her parents in her. She's talked openly about wishing she had a different childhood, but who doesn't?
Yeah, a lot of people
you
say
know,
that.
Tony was a chaser, and he liked. I asked him. I said, "Tony, are you gay?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, I thought you said somewhere that you were gay." He said, "I never said I was gay. All I said is I like sex with everybody, and I don't care who they are." So men or women. It would be hard growing up. Tony said Janet Leigh turned their children against him, and he didn't leave them any money. When he passed away, he took them out of his will completely. So I'm sorry that he ended the way he did. He wasn't very happy because I saw him right before he passed away, and he was in a wheelchair and he was not all there. I believe whatever the illness he had was disturbing his mind, and I think that he did that out of a disturbed mind. I don't think he loved his children, from what I gathered. And if Jamie or anybody's listening, I want them to know this. Tony was a drug addict. He was an alcoholic. He was a womanizer. And who else in Hollywood is like that you know?
No one I know.
Well,
yeah.
everybody I know, everyone I know is one of those things.
Not everyone. Don't be.
Well, no, but Jamie Lee, I would love to meet Jamie Lee because
I've actually met her.
I would have so many stories to tell her about her dad that he said, because I'm an interviewer, and I used to ask Tony in private, like at lunch or something. I'd say, "What's really going on, like you and Jamie or the other kids?" And he would tell me very openly and honestly. But he always concluded with, "Ron, I love my kids. I screwed up."
Which is nice. So I want to brag a little bit for you because everybody knows you from Halloween, but you've really done a lot of cool things, and I'm sure you're going to do a lot of cool things again after Halloween Ends is done. Then you'll go back into the market for other
Meanwhile,
things.
each time he makes a movie, he asks for more money. I hope.
He's
I hope you negotiate a better contract each time.
So you guys
don't let them get you for the first salary. That's bullshit.
So you guys, he's had TV guest appearances on Buffy the Vampire Slayer, Babylon 5, Unsolved Mysteries, Knots Landing. I used to love Knots Landing. We've had several of the people from the show on our show. He was in Far and Away with Tom Cruise and Nicole Kidman, Philadelphia Experiment 2, The Hit List with we have Yancey Butler coming on, Jeff Fahey and James Coburn, When a Man Loves a Woman, Andy Garcia, Meg Ryan, and Ellen Bernstein, Soccer Dog, the movie, which that seems way out of character for a killer on Michael Myers, but
he's an actor.
But he's an actor.
It's called acting, Jim. Jim, it's called acting.
So there have been many shapes and many Michael Myers. How did it come to be that you became the new Michael Myers?
Well, when the stunt coordinator Ron Hutchinson, who did the 2 Rob Zombie films, read the script, he called Malika Cobb, the owner of the franchise, and David Gordon Green, the director, and said that the script was much different. That they needed somebody who had really deep acting chops, who was also a really good stuntman. And David Gordon Green said, "Well, okay, he needs to be 6'3", 200, and he's got to be in his 60s. And do you know anybody?" And basically, Ron thought, and my friends Chris Nielsen and Jennifer Nielsen reminded him of me, and he said, "Yeah, I know one guy, Jimmy Courtney," and that's how it happened.
Now, what did they do to you to make you look different?
They have to work really, really hard. The prosthetics that Chris Nelson. I mean, I'm in makeup.
You're an ugly son of a bitch.
Right?
When you're on film, you're really scare the shit out of anybody. I mean, you really are ugly, scary, and hideous. I mean, you could have a nightmare over you so easy, but that's what works. That's why your work is so brilliant.
I have to tell you, I collect action figures. Like, I have a huge collection of action figures, and I have a Funko Pop of you that's actually signed by you, but
nice.
That was given to me as a gift. Hopefully it's real. And but I have like literally like thousands of them, and so I've been online all over the place looking, because there's a lot of people making custom custom action figures of you with the face, without the mask.
Right.
And so
Right.
I've been negotiating with all of them, but all of them just make the heads, and I was like, I don't know
Yeah,
how to
but
put the body on it.
you know
So
what? Your character, I would put up there with Bela Lugosi and Boris Karloff. I would put your character up. Actually, it's far more frightening than Frankenstein or Dracula. You are a really horrible looking son of a bitch. I got to tell you.
Well,
It's wonderful. It's wonderful. I would love to play what you. I would love to be what you do to scare the set to death.
oh
I
man,
mean, it's got to be weird to see you like at lunch or offset if you're in character. I mean, that's got to be. I mean, I would look and say, "Get him away from me." Ugh.
well, you know, when my girlfriend, who is now my fiance, was in when
congratulations.
thank you very much. She had just come over from England, and we were shooting Halloween Kills, and she'd only seen everything I was doing from Video Village, so she was at a distance. But we were shooting the end of Halloween Kills, and I had the mask off. I wasn't in character.
Oh, so we
And
saw
then
the
also
ugly
face.
face.
They had to shoot really, really fast. So Chris Nelson came over to apply the mask because I can't do it myself. And when the mask goes on, it's not me anymore. I change. I become the shape. And Sarah said it was bone chilling, like the difference in me. And she obviously, we know each other intimately, but she said it was bone chilling, the shift that happened in me when that mask went on. So it's a spiritual experience. It's a deep place.
Well, a prop like that, yes, it does make an actor become. It's hard to do it clean faced, where you have to use your expressions, your eyes, and your own face to express what you want to say. You don't have to do that. You just walk in a room and everybody shits. I mean, it's really amazing what you do. It's a brilliant job.
Thank you.
Brilliant character.
So
And you should be very proud of what you do because you've scared the hell out of so many people.
and Halloween Kills, I think, was like one of the top movies of 2021. It definitely had one of the best opening weekends of any movie. Take away Spider-Man.
And Jamie got such wonderful reviews. My God, the reviews that Jamie got were brilliant.
So I want to go back. So I started this show. Ron's been on. So we're 14 years old, and I actually started the show as more of a horror show.
It was a shitty radio show out of Florida.
So we started the show 14 years ago, mostly so I could interview all the horror people, because I'm a huge horror fan. Like, we've had Clive Barker. I mean, we've had like everybody.
Then I came on and
it
became a movie.
Hang on, wait a second. Let me finish my thought.
No, I don't want to.
So I've had almost every actor who's played every, I've had Jason, I've had Pinhead, I've had all the different people who come on the show. And I think that I was the most excited about you because I actually think that Michael Myers is probably out of the major horror icons of the last, from my childhood, I think he's the most iconic out of everybody. You have Freddy, Jason, and Michael Myers, and then Pinhead are probably the four, biggest ones. But I think Michael Myers is the most iconic one out of all of them. And the fact that, you're
repeating yourself.
You're
like
in the
old
most,
man.
that you're the most iconic. Like that. Now you messed up my train of thought, dumbass.
You don't have you don't have a train of thought.
No, I do have
no
a train of thought.
You're old.
No, everybody's asking these questions. So that's why I'm bringing it up. So how is it for you in your
We're
head
married.
that you get to play, basically not including Dracula and Frankenstein, probably the most iconic character in the movie history?
You know what it is about his character that's so frightening? His silence. He is silent. He appears.
Okay, but I want to know how he thinks.
Stands there and scares you.
What do you think of
he's
that?
Silent.
Like the fact that you're actually playing the most iconic horror, character in the history of movies.
Well, I think part of it is, well, for me, I actually, I have to say, I don't intellectualize because this is such a spiritual experience, and it's really important for the first, second, and third films that I'm in exactly the same spiritual place.
Mm-hmm.
So I have not really intellectualized what I do, or only to the point where I feel immense gratitude to be in the place that I'm in, and to be working with David Gordon Green and Andy and Jamie and Simmons, and all the people that I'm working with, my Halloween family. I'm incredibly grateful to meet the fans when I go to conventions and sign autographs. People like yourselves, I mean, who are just beautiful human beings that I get to have interactions with because I get to do this. When I'm finished with Halloween Ends, then I will answer that question and a much more deep,
Okay,
Now, when
so
you
we'll bring you back.
when you do signings, do you wear the mask?
No, when I'm done working, I
No, when you go to the signings where you get like $50 a picture or whatever it is you get, and you sign those things, are you masked or do you have
no.
so you're in your own face?
No, I those two masks I have, the hero mask that I wore on those, I have not put them on since I worked, and I won't.
So in other words, if I saw you at a thing and I wanted a picture with you, it would be you as you are now, not in character.
I won't do that. But do you know how many women have asked me to wear that mask and perform?
No, well, you.
That's a little crazy too.
No, it would have to. No, that's no. Listen, that's part of his job, and he should be paid for it if that's what they want.
Did you hear what he just said?
What did he say?
He said how many women have approached him to wear the mask and perform. Sex.
That's a woman's fantasy to get screwed by you with the mask on.
That's some crazy
not
shit.
Me. Not. Listen,
even though in the chat room they're saying how good looking you are.
Listen, I am in dozens of horror movies. Okay, I have a couple coming up. I dislike them intensely. I don't like working in them. I work in them because I love the people I work with, and it's only work offered me. But I'm not a fan of the one that I dislike the most is the guy that stuck the knife through the bed and killed
Freddy Krueger.
And Freddy Krueger, I think he's the most hideous thing also. And she was on the show and I didn't know who she was, the actress. And I said, "Oh, I hate that guy that stuck the knife through the bed and killed a lady." She said, "That was me." I said, "No, you were the woman in the bed." Scary stuff. I don't find it entertainment. But people do, of course.
I love it, in other
He
words,
loves
though.
it.
So I love it. I have everything. I have
I
see
when
every
when
film.
I go to sleep.
By the way, everybody, Halloween Kills came out yesterday. So if you want to buy the DVD, you can get it out right now. There's even Best Buy even has this cool like metal tin box that's got two of them in it or whatever.
Right.
But the movie's actually like came out yesterday. So if you haven't seen it, you definitely want to get it and you want to see it. So you're ready for when Halloween Ends comes out this October. Is it coming out this October or next October?
No, this October. It'll be
this
done.
October. That's right, you guys.
I will watch this movie, but we watch TV in bed at night before we fall asleep. And I say to him, put the Carol Burnett show on reruns because I dream about what I see before I fall asleep. I would not want to see your movie and then fall asleep because I would have a bad dream. But I promise you, I will see your movie when it comes out because now I know you and I know what you look like. So you're not going to scare me anymore.
I knew what you looked like anyway. So were you a horror movie fan in general? Like, did you watch horror movies in your younger life or as you were growing up?
Oh man, when we were kids, those are the old days. Like on Friday nights, when I was a little kid, I was in Cleveland, Ohio. Then we moved to South Carolina. I was 14. There was a guy named Ghilardi on Friday nights who did horror films. And my dad was this big 6'5", 250-pound man, and we'd sit in front of the couch, my brothers and I. He'd wrap his big arms around us, and we'd watch horror films together. So all the classics, Frankenstein and Bride of Frankenstein and The Mummy and Dracula and all those great old films. So those are a huge part of my memory of my childhood and my connection with my dad.
They never scared me. Those movies never scared me. I found them entertaining. Why your movie and the movies like your movie scare me so?
No, one of them scared you.
They all scare me because you know why? I go to Walmart and I see people that look just like this.
No, he gets scared too because what's the movie that you and Sal used to get scared of? Night of the Living Dead. The original Night of the Living Dead.
Night of the Living Dead. When we saw it in the theater back in 1960, whatever, no one had ever produced such a film in the world. It was unheard of to see people eating bloody, fleshy arms and legs. It was never seen. So therefore, we had no idea what to see, what we expected. When I went home, I had to sleep with lights on. It was terrifying. That film was nauseating. That these dead bodies were eating the guy on the barbecue on the truck. He barbecued his arm. I mean, and that film was $63,000 to make. And today it's a #1 cult film of horror films.
Oh, it's amazing.
I love that film, the black and white original.
Yeah.
And the other one was the pod with the pods.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
The invasion of the original one, the original black and white invasion of the body snatchers. That film was eerie. See, eerie back then was scary. Today, it's frightening. What they like, you are frightening. No, seriously, we know you're coming on the screen, and we're saying to ourselves, "Oh Christ, here he comes! Oh my God, he's good. Oh that son of a bitch is going to be there in 2 minutes to do something. Oh my God, there he is, there he is." And we look at you, and it's like, "Oh, I can't." And that's wonderful.
I
It
love
really is art.
I
It's
love
acting.
all the Halloween movies. I'm very good friends with Dave Ferrick, who played young Michael Myers in Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Nice.
And actually, I'm a publicist. That's how I support myself, and he's one of my clients. And so, I represent a lot of like people in the horror
We
movie
know a
genre.
lot of horror people.
And
A lot.
so I've always loved all the different ones. Did you watch, like, were you like a Pinhead, Friday the 13th? Like, did you like any of those movies? I also like Saw a lot, like the torture porn like thing.
Oh, wait a minute.
Hang on, wait. I want to let him.
Wait, I gotta ask him my famous question. That horrible movie that I will never watch.
Oh.
The one with
Oh, so he has. Okay.
there's a movie out that's so disgusting I wouldn't
Did
watch
you ever
it
see
on a bet. What's it
Centipede?
called?
What's it called? The Centipede? No. Human Centipede. Did you ever see the Human Centipede?
No.
Don't.
Oh, really?
Don't.
The Human Centipede. We had everybody from the first movie on our show,
And I felt so bad for them.
And now I think
Tell him about the movie. What
the guy like kidnaps this Russian doctor kidnaps 3 people. And he sews, the first guy's there, and he sews the second person's mouth to the first guy's ass, and then the third person's one to the second guy's ass, and then he feeds them. And when he feeds the front one, when the front one poops, it feeds the second one, and when she poops, it feeds the third one. And they made 3 of these movies.
Now that's entertainment. Give me a break.
I'm telling you, man.
I would never watch that disgusting.
I've seen
shit.
all of them.
Yeah, well, you're a nut. You're a nut.
I had him on the show before, Ron. Actually, it's something the first one is actually good. The second one and third one are
Jimmy,
terrible.
It's disgusting.
The second one, they do it with 12 people. In the third one, they make all the prisoners in a prison get lined up with like 300 of them.
I mean, what kind of mentally ill person?
Even Roxy, our sound engineer, is saying it's very disturbing.
No, it's not. It's not entertainment.
But let's go back, though. So what
Again,
about...
when he walks into a room, silence is what he has. His biggest weapon is his silence, because he stands there staring at you like I don't know what the fuck he thinks he's looking at.
So
scary.
So go back. So with all the different franchises, were you a fan of the other franchises? I'm sure you were a fan of the Halloween franchise, because everybody likes Halloween. Well, most everybody likes Halloween.
Oh yeah, I mean, the thing is, I'm a film fan, so I mean, knowing that I was going to be a filmmaker as a kid, I watched as much as I could. I watch as much as I can, and I go through fits and where I watch lots of stuff and then I don't watch things. I think as far as the horror genre goes, I'd have to say my favorite is Robert Englund's Freddy. I think
that's the one he gets freaked out about.
Freddy scares me to death. I hate him.
I love him.
I hate Freddy.
Robert would be very happy to hear that.
With those big long nails and that ugly face.
Knives. I love
and
Freddy.
that creature walks the streets at night hiding behind trees. Who needs it? It's scary.
So funny.
I think Robert Englund did an amazing job. I think he really.
I think he's wonderful. His character's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I have a question. Being you're a film enthusiast also, so when they did the remake of Nightmare on Elm Street, and they used the guy who was in the Bad News Bears, now I forgot his name, but to play Freddy Krueger, did you like the remake or you didn't like the remake?
I have a thing about remakes. I don't watch them.
Oh,
I don't like, and I don't like them.
You know what? I commend you on that, because I watch them and then I'm so disappointed that they touched them in the first place.
Listen, when a film is famous, it belongs to the actors that were in it. Like Gone with the Wind, you can't make that again, or Casablanca, you can't make that again. And they've tried, and without success.
I don't care.
Leave it alone.
When
it's an original, leave it alone.
Yes.
I agree. I agree 100%.
Jimmy, I have pictures with that Krueger creep. I
have lots of them.
We met him at one of the Comic-Cons things.
I have a video series.
And he was the nicest fellow, by the
Robert
way.
Englund. I have a video series. Because I used to go to the conventions, and I used to be a clothing designer, and I would give the clothes, and they would all come to my room. That's how I met them all, and then I would get them on our show as guests. That's how I launched the show in the first place. And so I have a video series called Jimmy Stars the Shit, where Robert Englund does it in his Freddy voice. He goes, ah, ha, 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 Jimmy Star is the shit.
No, we met him
And,
at a convention of some kind, and he was dressed in character.
Have you been to Spooky Empire ever in Orlando?
Was that where we met him?
No.
What? There's
Spooky,
2 in Orlando. I've done one, but I can't remember which
Once
one.
with Petey. Is the guy who owns it, Petey Mangielli or something like that. But that's an actual good one that you should go to. That's how I met. Who's your convention rep?
Sean Clark.
Okay, that's where I met. I'm good friend. I used to hang out with him all the time.
The Krueger guy was really a very nice, and I told him, I said, "You are absolutely revolting and disgusting," and he thanked me.
I went to.
No, he did. He said, "Thank you very much, Ron. That's what I try to do." I said, "You scare the hell out of anybody." I said, "You know, you're really he's really disgusting looking in character." Ugh.
Oh yeah,
he's fabulous. Okay, so
well,
that's a good one.
That's his gig.
Do you like the pen? So if you didn't watch the remakes, are you a fan? Because I'm a big fan of the Hellraiser series.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think, but here's the thing. And it's not like I've been hitting the head a lot. And I also grew up in the 70s in South Carolina, and that was the 60s coming late because South Carolina's behind in everything. So
that's not nice. South Carolina is a great place. Though. It's a great place.
No, go ahead. Go.
No, I'm gonna get shot. Yeah, so I had this tendency. I have this tendency of forgetting things. So I can watch movies and really absorb them, really be involved, and then I forget. If you start talking about the movie, then I'll start to remember it. Then I'll remember the movie. But I can't remember women I've dated. I can't remember places I've been, and I've always been this way. I was this way before.
Oh, welcome to my world. Now listen, I'm going to ask.
I live in the present.
I'm going to ask.
Yes, that's good.
I'm going to ask Jimmy to do something. Jimmy, I think we should invite this fella to some of the red carpets that we go to, major red carpets, not little cheesy movies. I think he could meet a lot of interesting people, and it would be really nice for you to go because they're fun. Horror movies that are really good ones, not junk. And of course, when your film comes out,
you have to be a bigwig to go to his films.
No, well, we're bigwig. Maybe he'll invite us because I'll cover it. I'm an interviewer. I cover major movie stars.
Everybody in the chat room also is agreeing with not seeing the sequels.
I've interviewed the greatest legends of Hollywood. So you could invite us on the carpet, and Jimmy and I will definitely review you and your movie. I mean, it's a little deal. You could do it if you want to be big-hearted. I mean, you could be a big Joe and say, "Yeah, Ron, let's do it." or you could be a squeamy little nothing and say, "Oh, fuck him. I'm not inviting him anywhere."
I love it. So
if you want, we would love to attend the screening.
So are you
of your movie?
Are you in your 60s?
Yeah, I'm going to be 65 in a couple of weeks.
Good for you.
Yeah, that is good for you.
Good for you. I'm 81 and I'm still working.
No, you look great, man. I mean, it's really it's so much is about your heart and your mind, right?
I'm young. I'm not 81. I was born that 1940, but my mind really was born in 1970.
So here's something I like to ask all the actors who come on, especially ones who've already worked with a lot of cool people. But you might have heard it if you
your
were
hands in the way of my face.
in the last one. Bucket list, male and female actor that you would like to work with. If you had an opportunity, who's some people that you think would be a lot of fun to work with? And number two, if you could have ever been in any, and they could be alive or dead, and if you could have ever be in any movie that's ever been made in history, what movie would you have liked to have been in?
Wow. Okay. As far as an actor to work with, Basil Rathbone.
Oh, wow. I also thought he was a wonderful character. When he did Sherlock Holmes and all those wonderful Dracula, Frankenstein movies, I agree with you.
Oh yeah. He Captain Blood. Robin Hood, I mean.
Oh yeah, he was quite an actor.
Oh yeah.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay, that's your male. Give us a female.
Wow, that was a blow.
It's hard because Raquel Welch.
Just
a nuzzle.
Don't mention her name.
How come?
She's not nice. She's difficult. She's temperamental.
We invited her on our show, and she was like, "Absolutely never would I ever go on your show," because we had to send her one of them.
No, she could have said no, thank you. She had to go and be nasty. No, I knew Betty Davis really well, and I asked Betty. I said, "What's that rock?" She said, "That bitch." She said, "I worked with her. I wanted to kill her." Betty Davis couldn't stand Raquel Welch for 1 minute. Raquel was an impossible prima donna, and she tried to out prima donna Betty Davis. And who in their right mind would try to outdo Betty Davis?
No,
Nobody.
no, no, no. I'd
Nobody.
have to say like Audrey Hepburn, really, because
Yes, Dream Doll.
you know,
Mr. Blackwell was my best friend, and I asked him about two people, Grace Kelly and Audrey Hepburn. And he said Audrey Hepburn in person was as she was on screen.
wow,
Delicious, delectable, and sweet
wow.
and charming. Grace Kelly, he said, was not the lady she played. He said she would bang the local gas station guy.
Yeah, if you've read David Niven's book, Bring On the Empty, The Moon's a Balloon, Bring On the Empty Horses, he talks about that.
Yeah,
Yes.
Grace Kelly was a hottie. She liked to bang her leading men. How about that with you? Now you have a fiance, okay, and you're gonna be married, I assume. Now, what if some gorgeous, sexy young tomato is in the movie and she's making a play for you, and you have to make out with her, and you have to
He
be
has to kill her. He
wait,
doesn't
no,
get
no,
to-
no, no. I'm doing. It's not only he's an actor. Tomorrow he could be a leading man in the movie, and you're naked and you're in bed with her, making love to her. What goes on in your head?
Again, you're in the moment. I mean, you're in the moment. You're in the moment, believing the moment, and then as soon as that moment's done, just leave it behind and go.
See, if I was in bed naked with Rock Hudson, it would never happen that way. I would have grabbed and felt as much as I could before they said cut.
We're married, by the way.
Yeah. But I knew Rock. I knew him, and he was a saint. He was the most beautiful human.
I've heard so many wonderful things about
Oh,
him.
he was a beautiful boy. He was a boy, and it was sinful what happened to him, and how they disgraced him in that awful movie where they said he had a black lover, and at the Academy Awards announced that he was gay.
Oh, did you see
none
that
of-
TV series
none of that was
Hollywood?
none of that was true. And to do that to Roy was a terrible thing because he was really a sweetie pie of a guy. And
I forgot what the name of that show. It was like Hollywood something
I
on
wouldn't,
Netflix.
I wouldn't even give it credit.
It was
I wouldn't-
about the gas station behind that had the mobile home
Right.
behind it, and like
It
they
was
would
trash.
hook everybody up for sex.
Oh, it was trash. They trashed a lot of dead people who can't argue, but I do it for them. Rock Hudson was a gentle, kind, very funny guy, loved to play practical jokes, complimentary, and down to earth, not a movie star at all. He was just a nice fella. If you met him, you'd have been his buddy.
I had that feeling. I mean, he
So so people that write that trash about him, I want to kill them. All wrong, folks. Don't believe it. Rock never had a black lover. He never announced he was gay at the Academy Awards. That's all bullshit. How they get away with it because he's dead, I'll never know.
I haven't got time for that stuff, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, what about you now? What if they said that crap about you after you kicked the bucket?
Well,
I mean,
once
you
I
would
kick the bucket,
you
it's a
wouldn't
red
like
flag.
it.
I hope you don't kick the bucket for a very long
but
time.
you wouldn't like it, right?
No,
I
no,
certainly wouldn't like it.
no.
It's terrible what the media
But you are
does.
gay.
No, but so, yeah. So they say that you're my lover, and but you're my lover, and you're black. You're not black. You're
I
far.
think it's
You're far
funny.
from it. You're English.
So where do you actually living in LA?
No, I actually moved back to South Carolina a few
Good
years
for
ago.
you. Good for you.
Yeah, it's and Sarah and I are looking like we're in Columbia right now, where I went to high school and college. But I have 6 brothers. I have nieces and nephews. I have cousins. So
Sure,
I miss
family
a lot.
counts.
Hmm?
And also, my friend, you could walk to Atlanta to make movies.
Oh yeah. Well, we're
I mean,
shooting the next one in Savannah.
Yeah, it's a movie.
Oh, that's great.
Atlanta is now the movie capital of the world, no longer Hollywood. I understand Spielberg wants to open in South Carolina, and quite a few other people
No,
want
in
to.
Atlanta, not South Carolina.
No, he wants to open in South Carolina.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Okay.
because of the tax break and all the goodies they give you if you film in South Carolina. Very,
no, there is no tax break in South Carolina. It's Atlanta.
maybe then I got that
Oh yeah,
screwed
there's
up.
South Carolina too. They have tax
Is it
breaks.
really?
Yes,
Yes,
yeah,
absolutely.
and the land is far cheaper in South Carolina to build a major studio than Atlanta.
We have.
But East Coast is definitely going to be the new Hollywood.
I produce a lot of films, and I have 9 of them that we're going to be doing in Atlanta.
Oh,
I
nice.
can't wait because I love Atlanta and I do love South Carolina because
it's
I
beautiful.
love Hilton Head. I go to Hilton Head all the time. I've got good friends there, and Hilton Head is probably one of the most beautiful East Coast towns. that there is. You have
I
ever
mean,
been to Hilton Head?
So have you been to Bluffton, which is right outside of Hilton Head?
Yes.
Yes. But
Okay,
have you
so
ever
I
been
brought
to
that promenade area there, that beautiful.
Yep.
beautiful? It's
We
what I
ate
love.
there.
So
Listen,
my brother Bill, who's a politician, he designed, developed it, and still owns about half of it.
Oh wow,
well,
good for
Yeah, it's
him.
beautiful.
and he
I
worked
s-
years to make that happen. But
I said to Jimmy, California is turning into dust for many reasons. It's not the desirable place to live any longer. And I think if we move at South Carolina, Hilton Head is one of our options
oh,
because we want to work out of Atlanta. And I'm a New Yorker. So what is it for me to drive 8 hours up to New York, or 8, 10 hours, whatever it is? So
oh,
I'm thinking of South Carolina. And it's also very easy living. The houses are not expensive and
oh my God!
it's a
And the people
beautiful,
are
and
so
it's
sweet.
beautiful.
The people are so sweet and so friendly,
Absolutely. And
and
it's a beautiful terrain. I
And
mean,
I'm a tennis player.
oh, dude, yeah,
no,
yeah.
it's a beautiful. If you look at South Carolina, it's quite beautiful. No, I like
Tense.
South Carolina. That's why before when you said that remark, I went, "Oh, no,
Oh
it's
no, I was, but I that's a standard joke because really,
yeah, I know
Disney
that.
did come late to South Carolina in the
It's one
70s.
of my favorite places is Hilton Head. I adore Hilton Head. I mean, when we're there, we listen to this story. I'm walking with my friends, and he's a big surgeon, a lungs doctor, and his wife. And we're walking, and I said, you know what? Look at all this dog poop all over this ground. It's disgusting. Nobody cleans up the dog shit. They went hysterical laughing. They said, Ron, that's mud from the cleats of the golfers. And I thought it was all little dogs poop all over. Well, we were roaring. They still do it. Whenever I go, they say, Ron, be careful of the dog poop. So it's a joke. But Hilton Head is really quite a
Oh,
beautiful
and you're gonna
place.
love Savannah. Filming in
I
Savannah is
love
beautiful.
Savannah. Savannah's gorgeous.
Savannah's
Yeah.
What a town.
fabulous.
Where are you filming? In the major city? The inner
Yeah, and
part?
a lot will be in the historic district.
Oh my God, is it gorgeous there?
Yeah.
Wait till you get that on film. What can we talk about it?
A little bit.
What
it's-
character do you play?
No, he's doing the same movie. Halloween Ends.
Oh, they're going to do it in Oh, that's scary.
Yeah,
Now it's really scary
Yeah.
because
I can't
Savannah
wait.
is scary. I mean, certain parts of Savannah, the old part, are very, very Jack the Ripper-ish. Oh my God, this film I'm not going to watch.
So you guys too.
I will for you.
Remember too, you guys. You got to follow James on his Instagram. It's James Jude Courtney, JamesJudeCourtney. You're also James James J Courtney on Twitter.
Yeah.
And because I followed you earlier today, I think on Twitter. And you want to see Halloween and Halloween Kills, you should go back and see some of his other stuff. You were also on an episode of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which everybody makes a big deal about, and I have to say I didn't see it. I don't think I saw it, at least, because I didn't watch that many Buffy episodes. But whenever I mention you, people are like, "Oh, did you see him on?" Everybody always talks about Buffy the Vampire Slayer. So whatever episode you were on, you must have made a big splash.
Well, it's kind of interesting to me the crossover here because the character I played, they're Kinderstone. I killed children in their sleep, the little bastards.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
so-
What the hell else do you do?
But,
Oh, my.
the
You
thing
kill
is,
children in their sleep?
they, little rats. I
Who
mean,
wrote that? Who wrote that?
Little rats.
Oh, my.
So wait, let him finish because we only have a couple minutes.
So, but here's the thing: it's the character is very similar to the shape to Michael Myers. Sarah Marie Gellar is very similar to Jamie Lee Curtis, just an amazing woman. Like you sit down with a human being and you're captivated immediately.
Sure.
And you're moved by their spirit and their intelligence and their creativity. That's Sarah Marie Gellar. That's Jamie Lee Curtis.
Oh, I love it.
And that was Tony Curtis.
I like.
I wish it would have been nice to meet him. I mean,
Tony Curtis was sitting next. I was with Jane Russell at a signing because I'm Jane's good friend. And Tony was sitting next to me. Mamie Van Doren came over and she said, "Is that Tony?" I said, "Yes." She sits on Tony's lap. Tony grabs her long hair, covers both their faces. And I hear Mamie say, "Oh, Tony, you're still a filthy pig." God knows what he was saying to Mamie Van Doren. Tony had a humor that was wonderful. You should have met. Tony was a funny guy. You'd have got along fine with him.
Oh,
He's
man, yeah.
Funny guy and a wonderful painter.
Really?
Yeah, he went to England and he said, "When I get back, Ron, come to the house in Vegas and we'll do a thing about my painting." I said, "Great." But then he passed away in England. so I never got to do that. But it would have been a wonderful interview of mine interviewing Tony Curtis in his house in Las Vegas with his paintings. He painted beautiful color and flowers, big stuff. And I understand they're getting quite a bit of money for them now.
Oh, what?
I
I'm sure.
love it.
Tony was more than an actor. He was quite a person.
Do you paint?
No. I play music.
Oh, what kind of music?
I do just singer-songwriter stuff. I started playing the bass back in the day, playing a little rock and roll band as a younger man, and then it's more for me at this point in the game.
Do you have any of it? Is any of it actually public where anybody can hear it?
No, I'm keeping it pretty tight right now. I'm one of those guys, man. I don't step into the ring until my chops are tight. I don't.
Well,
if you need any help with
smart.
that, I actually was named the best music publicist in the United States, along with my partner with my company, World Star PR. I work with a lot of famous musicians.
He's big
and
shit.
actors,
Did you hear that?
And
yeah, man.
no, I mean I work with people from Pink
Anyway,
Floyd, Guns
I
N' Roses, like all kinds of people, and so
I want to ask you.
I can hook you up.
Want to ask you a question?
You have 1 minute.
How many years are you in the business?
I went out to California in '81. I think I started working in about '83, '84.
Okay,
So
you've been around.
15,
You've been
almost
around a
40
while.
years.
You've been around a while.
I love it.
I started in 1959. There was a planet here in 1959.
So you guys, this is James Jude Courtney. Please check out Halloween and Halloween Kills this October. He'll be in Halloween Ends. We want to thank you for coming on the show. I want to thank your fiance, because now that you mentioned her name on here, I know that's who helped me set this whole thing up. So Sarah, thank you for setting this all up.
Thank you, Sarah.
Congratulations on all your
And
success.
Sarah,
I only wish
Sarah,
you more.
You caught a good one, Sarah.
I'm sure, and he
marry
did
him,
too.
marry him.
And he did too. So
I
we
don't know
want.
what Sarah's like, but Sarah caught a good
No,
one.
I know, because I've been interacting with her on.
Anyway,
So-
stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy.
And thank you so much for coming on the show. We wish you all the best with the new film. Congratulations on all your success.
And Happy New Year.
You guys rock. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Alrighty.
You've been a wonderful guest. I thank you so much for your openness and your honesty. And you've been a contributing guest. Most guests. I once interviewed Cliff Robertson, and all he did was, yup, nope, nope. So I had to shake him out of a tree. You know what I said to him? I heard your wife was a real bitch. And he said to me, no, she wasn't. She just played bitches, but I got him to talk.
You gotta love it. Anyway, everybody, check out Halloween Kills. It just came out. James, thank you so much. Chat room, thanks everybody, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye,
Thanks,
everybody.
Goodbye, you scary
Much love.
character, you. Ugh.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Can turn out to be so wrong. Yeah, we in the mix. Yeah, we in the mix. It's another episode. Here we go. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. Interviewing the hottest, newest, and truest of today's celebrities. Make sure to subscribe so you can get notified weekly. Jimmy Star, he's the king of cool. Ron Russell, he's a gorgeous dude. Chat room is live, and you would be a fool not to vibe with us at the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. So come watch it live on W4CY Radio. Miss some past episodes? Download on iTunes. The Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell. It's the Jimmy Star Show with Ron Russell.